Hello guys, I hope you're doing good. I just had an idea to create like a presentation for you, including to the slideshow I created in PPT because I think this way it might be more easier to transfer my thoughts and then how and why I created this presentation the way I created it. And actually, maybe it can be more easier to give you a reason why you should use a slide I was adding there, why you should use a text I was adding there, and maybe in the longer term we can make a bit more clear why am I using some information as a sales or as a marketing information. So let's see. Maybe on uh, some of the slides I won't talk that long. So, for example, as you see on the first, like maybe I'm gonna skip through them because these are just general presentation of Opal. This time we are going to talk about the black Opal, which is even more rare than the normal Ethiopian one. So in the beginning, I was collecting a few things which could be interesting about uh, generally the opals. How is it connected to the history, to the arts from the ancient Romans, Greeks, etc., etc. Always make sure to check my notes because those might help. For example, here, like the prized jewel of the ancient world, opal has a history with royal and powerful of the ancient world. That is an interesting and varied as each stone's contrasting mixture of color, etc. So these are good things even for you to understand the gemstone, to have a deeper knowledge generally, not exactly about the stone we are selling today, but generally about the opal. So before you go to a show, please always make sure to check through the entire PPT, read the notes, because those might help you. I'm not saying that you're going to use 100% of these presentations on the show, but generally it can be helpful for you to have a better understanding. So here's, for example, about Mark Antony and Cleopatra, because there's a story that, of course, Mark Antony uh, gave a lot of gems and jewelries to Cleopatra, and like he wanted to give an opal, but he couldn't get it. Okay, anyway, these are exciting, but not the point of the full presentation. Of course, like Opal was a must-have piece for many crown jewelries around the world, like in France, Hungary as well. Maybe you know the burning of Troy. It's like one of the most well-known opal all around the world. Okay, generally just about the visual feeling, the visual effect of opal. Like you can compare it to many things. Maybe this time we can compare it to a firework. I was just studying a picture of Moscow with a firework. Basically, as you know, the opal has a very unique characteristic, and actually, it's one of the most favorite gemstone of mine because you can say that it has all the gemstones in it. So it's not like, wow, we love the sapphire for its blue color, we love the emerald for its green color, we love the emerald for that burning red fire color, or the tanzanite for three colors, maybe because of the pleochroism. But in case of opal, we love it for the millions of this color because, okay, it has a body color. In the normal opal, it has a yellow. This time we are going to sell a black opal, which has a black body color. But beside that, as Pliny the Elder was describing it in the beginning, that it has the green of the emerald, it has the blue of the sapphire, the red of the garnet, and the purple of the amethyst. So this is just a very unique gemstone because none of them has this ability. We can check so many gemstones, from the diamonds to the quartz to the emerald. None of them has the ability to have this play of color, to have these flashes. And actually, all those people around who are enthusiastic about the gemstones, who are gemstone lovers, gemstone collectors, actually, I'm sure most of them can agree that the opal has one of the most unique phenomenon and visual appearance between all the gemstones. Of course, it can come from many places around the world, from the United States, from Mexico, Brazil, Indonesia, but the two most important source for opal is Australia and Ethiopia. In the past, actually, and still nowadays, Australian opal is still ruling the market. So most of the opals are coming from Australia. I'm not saying those are not like valuable or exciting pieces, but actually the Ethiopian opal is still more rare on the market. And it's maybe not uh, because it's more expensive or whatever. I'm just telling it to you generally, but because those deposits are still new on the market. So as you're going to see, and maybe as you remember to my previous presentation, Ethiopian opal is still new for the gemstone market. And here is the thing I wanted to talk about. So uh, in the 1990s, one of the first opal mines were discovered in Ethiopia, and those didn't have that much impact on the market because those were really really small deposits. But later in 2008, they discovered the Vigo-Tana, this one. It produces the Villa opal, which just become one of the most well-known opal of the bird, and it does a really great marketing. So if you start to work with gemstones, I'm sure you're gonna meet this quality. Yeah, it's it's a really challenging job to mine these gemstones, because I was reusing a few slides from my previous presentation, because it's basically the same where the gem's gonna come from. So those people who are working in these mines actually has to work in a really extreme area, because these mines are like 100 meters height on the edge of these cliffs. So you can see here, these are the routes where they can go to the mine exactly. You see, all these routes were carved by people. These are mined out already, and they are just working on the edge of the rocks. So not all the people are able to make these works, and actually you might see a few mines before. In most of them, the companies are working with huge machines, like they are using technical tools. Actually, here it's mostly we can say like mine manually, because these are very remote places. So they are using hammers and picks and their own hands to grab these gemstones. Yeah, Ethiopian opals are some of the rarest gems in the world. no coincidentally. So this is just Opal Auctions. It's a website which is selling auction, and this is just a statement that Ethiopian Opal is a rare gemstone, and yeah, it's a rare gemstone on the market. So it's still very new, and most of the people out there are buying gemstone from Australia because they have better contacts there. And we are so glad that we have the possibility to bring you this Ethiopian opal. And here we're gonna jump further because okay, let's let's say that Ethiopian opal is rare, but it was generally about the normal yellow opal we presented previously as Ethiopian opal. But imagine that the black opal is even rarer than the normal one. So let's say we have the 100% of total opal coming from Ethiopia, like 60%, 70% are the normal yellow color, and about 10% is the black one. The other one is like the blues and the others. So if you say we have this big television, that's the total amount. Of this, we have this amount of yellow one, the regular opal, and just this amount is the one which is the black one. So if you have some boxes maybe in the studio, you can use it as a visualization that, wow guys, if you imagine we have all these yellow, and compared to that just this small part, like let's say we have just this amount of this box, which is the black one. So it's not so easy to get this. In 2013, according to the report of the Gem Institution of America, like the GIA, they discovered a new mine. It's a report from 2014. The mine was discovered in 13. And this is the one which is still working. This mine is called Stayish. It's actually very close to the previous Vigeltana because it's in the Volo area. Here's the Vigeltana mine, and here is our mine, the Stage Black Opal mine. It's actually on the other side of the road. Okay, it's another statement, like depending on the conditions in which it formed opal may be transparent, translucent, or opaque. And the background color may be white, black, or nearly any color of the visual spectrum. Black opal is considered to be the rarest. Okay, here's what is black opal. That black opal is not like black, like not like a coal or not like the spinel, because we have a black body color. But on that black body color, we have a super, like the firework. Yeah, like when it's night, you're staying on the square, let's say on New Year's Eve or whatever, and you're just staring at the night at the black sky, and like explosions are popping, colors are just appearing, and just you're just looking at them and you're amazed by it. And this is the biggest selling point, and this is the strongest uh, point of the opal. That these colors just generally what I say that why people are loving gemstones and why people are wearing gemstones, because it can just make you happy. Like I think we can agree that all of us has our own stress in our life. Everyone is working so hard, doing their job. Like even if you're a housemaid and you're, I don't know, you're just cooking and cleaning, whatever, because basically old ladies watching us, so they are not working at great companies and stressing out. But basically everyone needs a bit of happiness. And in my opinion, if you're wearing an exciting jewelry, and even if you're just catching it for a moment during the day, that wow, how this is sparkling. It can literally bring color to your life. And I think this is why the Opal, one of the strongest gemstone on the market, because it brings many color to your life. It brings a bit of play. And even if we are getting older, like, we are always looking for joy and playful moments. And I think the Opal can give this feeling for everyone, even if you're a young one. Because I don't know when I met Opal for the first, but I remembered, even if you're a child, you can get amazed by this gemstone. Even in my age, like, I'm getting 30, and I just love this gemstone. I mean, I just received a parcel of gems, and I was just started looking for the Opal because I knew that I have to make a presentation for it. And when I just put it, I started to play with the light over it, and just check each gem, that how they are different, and then how the colors are just dancing on the surface of this gem. And I think even if you're turning to 60 or 70 years or 80 or whatever, you can still be amazed by this gemstone. And I think this is the biggest selling point here. Okay, this is rough. It's a post from Twitter that these opals are really trending from the stage mine. And actually, you are going to see that our opals are really similar, having a stronger red and green color, but in some cases, you're going to be able to see the blue ones as well. So there, as I was mentioning previously, there are so many different opals all around the world, but actually Velo opal, Ethiopian Velo, and this one that I was scared, this is the one we are going to have today. I mean, not today, but in your show. uh, and we are super lucky this time, guys, because price conversion and realistic price conversion is one of the strongest weapon of yours if you are trying to sell something on your show. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like those conversions when we are comparing a 50 euro price point ring to a 5,000 euro or 10,000 euro thing, because that's just not realistic. And if I would be a customer, I would say, like, why are you comparing these two things? Because in quality, I'm pretty much sure that they are not even close to each other, or you're just trying to make me fall. And some of you mentioned this, and I can totally agree with you, but these conversions gonna be your friend, and I'm gonna tell you now how to use them. uh, so as you see, we have an Ethiopian black opal here. You're gonna see these are from the Steish mine. They are cut in cabochon, as just like ours. So these are not faceted opals. Usually the market considering the faceted stones more valuable as the cabochon ones. I'm just telling this to you. Don't say it in the show, but so it's not like they are selling faceted one and we are comparing it to our cabochons one, but we are comparing cabochons to cabochons. It's really important if you wanna make a fair comparison. Here is the reference for the article I was showing you previously, and I was really happy when I was looking for gems from the stage mine, because they are referring on the same one as I found previously, and this is the new deposit of black opal from Ethiopia, and this is from 2014. I just inserted this slide once again so you can show to your customers that yes, they are referring on the same as we showed you guys previously, and yeah, so they are offering the same quality. Uh, I'm recording this presentation in the PowerPoint, and unfortunately it seems like I cannot get back to the previous slide, but let me show you another one. This is cool. The previous one is about 1 carat for $350. This one is a 0.59 carat, still cabochon, and for $130. And I think this is a really good thing, because you can do a bit of mathematics in the show. So let's say as a gem trader, you are buying this gem on this price, after you are going to put it in a jewelry. So you can at least round it up to $200 when it goes to jewelry. In silver, maybe gold, and then you still don't have a profit on it. So when it goes to the shop, it will cost at least about $300 with the metal work, with the cost of marketing, everything. And it's still not a really high profit key. So actually, if you're comparing that they can buy only the gem for $130 to our prices, where they gonna be able to buy a jewelry for $50, $60, $70 approx, that's a really good price. And this is just 0.59 carat. You guys gonna have even bigger ones. So I was really happy that I could found this website because these are real conversions. These are valid conversions, which can convince your audience that they are really making a great deal, because these are available auctions on the internet. Here you can see about us, learn more about the exhibit gems. You can talk about the exhibit gems a bit. Has a strong local and international partners, enabling us to obtain high quality raw gemstones directly from the source. They are doing similar job as we do, but actually you see they are selling in the US market. And yes, US people have to pay this price only for the gem, and our people here in our shows gonna have a wonderful opportunity. So you can really say that for 3, 4, 5 times lower price, you're gonna be able to buy this gemstone. And even if you don't like the setting we were using, the silver, whatever, you can take out the gem. And this is what the Gemporia guys saying usually. You don't like the style of the jewelry we created, it doesn't matter. Just look at the value of the gemstone. And this is as an important moment, that guys, you can buy only the gemstone for $130. So you already made like an investment. But even if it's not an investment, but a really good deal. And I was collecting a few more for you. You can use it. This is a pear-shaped cabochon, but here they have an oval-shaped cabochon. This is one for $100 again. Look at that. It's a cabochon pear-shape for 0.5 carat, and it's $300. And as you can see, like, it has mostly this green, yellow, and red color dancing on the gemstone. Okay, stop for a moment. So that's all. Generally, to summarize how to sell this gem, you should talk about that how the Ethiopia opal is getting more important on the gemstone market, because it's still really new. It was just discovered about 30 years ago. The Australian opal is on the market for 300 years. So it's just conquering like the investors, and this market is just still heating up. And in the future, the Ethiopian opal gonna be one of the most important supply in the market. So the normal Ethiopian opal is already valuable and rare. And if you're comparing the black opal to that, then it 10 times more rare, let's say. Black opals are one of the most important opals on the market. You can check more auctions. I just brought you a few examples. I think these are good to start with, because here you have realistic conversions, and I hope you're gonna happy to use it. I didn't collect celebrities this time. but actually feel free to do that, who are wearing Opal or black Opal. Yeah, so how I would do a show, I would generally introduce the Opal because, okay, maybe few of your people in the audience already knows something about the Opal or knows everything of the Opal. However, it's useful to recap generally. What is Opal? Why it has display of color? Where can it come from in the world? Why is it special? A little bit of history, blah blah. Then turn to the Ethiopian Opal. Why is it rare? What's the story of it? Where can it come from? Show a few articles, show a few maps, and then turn on the black opal. Tell them why black opal is rare, why black opal is cool, why black opal is valuable, and then you can turn on this new mine, the stayish mine, talk a bit about that, and then show the price conversions. And actually, you can use these price conversions later. So, for example, let's say you have a promo item. Let's say you have a solitaire, which has like 0.4, 0.5 carat stone in there. This is a great one for you because you're gonna sell it around 50, 60 euro, and this sells for 150 bucks. And you can say that's just the best deal of the show because you guys can save about 75% or even more. So I hope it helped you and you can send some feedbacks. I wasn't talking to the camera for a really long time, so maybe it was a bit chaotic. Sorry for that. If you have some feedback, feel free to write me. That's all. Thank you.